Welcome back to the battle between the aging king. Thanos battles the Rune king, Thor. The battle between the conqueror of the universe and the supreme god. On one side is the aging king Thanos, who conquered the entire universe, annihilated all living beings, and survived millions of years in solitude to become the most powerful entity in his reality. On the other side is Rune king Thor, the Asgardian god who transcended fate itself, sacrificing everything to attain the wisdom and power of the ancient runes, becoming the mightiest being ever to emerge from the 9 realms. Aging King Thanos represents the pinnacle of physical and cosmic power, a conqueror who defeated every entity in his universe through brute strength, strategic intellect, and absolute ruthlessness. Rune King Thor represents the pinnacle of divine and spiritual power, a god who sacrificed his own eyes to gain wisdom surpassing even Odin, understanding the nature of the universe and fate itself. Let us begin.
As previously stated, Aging King Thanos is the most terrifying version of the Mad Titan. Aging King Thanos defeated every hero, destroyed every god, and annihilated every cosmic entity that dared to stand against him. What makes this version particularly fearsome is not just his power, but also time. He has survived for millions of years, accumulating knowledge and power far beyond any other version of Thanos. Aging King Thanos, during his dark reign, accomplished what no other version of Thanos ever did. He defeated and killed Death herself. When his immortal lover refused to accept him, Thanos used power accumulated over millennia to destroy her, a nearly unbelievable feat, considering Death's nature as an abstract entity, representing the very concept of endings. Destroying Death not only proved Aging King Thanos' destructive power, it also proved that he had transcended the very concept of death itself. Aging King Thanos is not just the raw strength he possesses, but the combination of that strength with strategic intellect honed over millions of years of warfare. Unlike many other powerful entities who rely on pure force, King Thanos is the ultimate master of strategy and manipulation. He planned the downfall of the entire universe, calculated every variable, and executed that plan with absolute precision. Every fallen hero, every collapsed empire, every overthrown god, all were within his calculations. Aging King Thanos faced and defeated the entire Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, and every other superhero team. He killed Thor, the regular version of the Thunder God, in single combat, tearing apart the Asgardian god's body with his bare hands. He defeated Hulk by using intellect and strength combined, neutralizing the Green Goliath's rage and finishing him off coldly. He confronted Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, a cosmic entity with nearly infinite power, and not only survived but triumphed, turning Galactus into his own weapon. The most impressive feat of Aging King Thanos is that he confronted the entire army of cosmic entities. When eternity, infinity, death, and the other abstract entities gathered to stop him, King Thanos fought all of them simultaneously and won. He chained eternity, captured infinity, and as mentioned, destroyed Death herself. These feats place Aging King Thanos in a nearly unique position within Marvel's power hierarchy. He is not just stronger than gods, he is stronger than the fundamental concepts of the universe themselves. Aging King Thanos is on a completely different level compared to every other version of Thanos. Over millions of years, his body has absorbed countless sources of cosmic energy, been tempered through innumerable battles, and become nearly invulnerable. He can withstand attacks with the destructive force of a supernova without flinching. His physical strength has surpassed all limits, allowing him to punch through space and time, tear apart the fabric of reality. But what truly makes Aging King Thanos terrifying is the arsenal and technology he has accumulated. During his reign, he collected every most powerful weapon in the universe. He possesses the Infinity Gauntlet, and unlike other times when he sabotaged his own victory, this version used it with absolute effectiveness. He used the Infinity Stones to restructure reality according to his will, turning the entire universe into his own empire. In the final battle against Silver Surfer and Fallen One, the last surviving heralds of the old universe, Aging King Thanos demonstrated his absolute superiority. He defeated both simultaneously with ease, almost indifferently, as if annihilating 2 of the most powerful entities in the universe was merely a minor nuisance. This shows that at the peak of his power, Aging King Thanos reached a level where even the heralds of Galactus beings capable of destroying planets were nothing but ants before him. Aging King Thanos is patience and strategic vision. He waited for millions of years to accomplish his goal, step by step, eliminating every potential threat. No rush, no mistakes driven by emotion, only the cold, absolute calculation of one who has spent an eternity becoming the ultimate predator. This patience, combined with his intellect and strength. As you can see, aging King Thanos, at the peak of absolute power, did what no one else ever did, conquered the entire universe, defeated every cosmic entity, destroyed death herself, and ruled reality for millions of years. He is the embodiment of absolute power, of an unyielding will, and of limitless ruthlessness. Now we will talk about Rune King Thor. As I said before, Rune King Thor is the most powerful version of the Thunder God. This is Thor who surpassed Odin himself, who attained wisdom and power that even the All-Father could not reach. Rune King Thor is the result of the ultimate sacrifice, hanging himself on the world tree Yggdrasil, sacrificing both eyes, and dying to be reborn with the power of the ancient runes. Rune King Thor possesses several impressive feats that place him on par with or superior to the supreme cosmic entities. He has the ability to see through the past, present, and future not as vague prophetic abilities, but as absolute understanding of every strand of fate throughout all of reality. He can manipulate the ancient runes, the primordial symbols, representing the fundamental laws of the universe themselves. And he has the power to sever the eternal Ragnarok cycle, freeing the people of Asgard from a fate predetermined since the dawn of time. The most impressive feat of Rune King Thor is that he confronted and defeated those who sit above in shadow, the mysterious entities who existed beyond the cycle of life and death of Asgard, beings who fed on the energy from each occurrence of Ragnarok. Even Odin, with all his power, could not reach these entities. They existed on a higher level of reality, observing and manipulating the fate of the gods like chess players. But Rune King Thor found his way to their sanctuary, confronted them, and defeated them permanently, severing the strands of fate that had bound Asgard in an endless loop of destruction and rebirth. It must be understood that those who sit above in shadow are not ordinary cosmic entities. They exist beyond the reality that the Asgardian gods, including Odin, could access. They are the architects of fate, the ones who designed Ragnarok itself as a source of energy to feed themselves. Rune King Thor defeating them is not just a victory in battle, it is the shattering of the fundamental structure of reality itself. In terms of power and wisdom, Rune King Thor surpassed Odin absolutely. When Odin sacrificed one eye to drink from the well of Mimir and attain wisdom, he became the All-Father, the ruler of the 9 realms, with nearly infinite power. But Rune King Thor went further. He sacrificed both eyes, hung himself on Yggdrasil for 9 days and 9 nights, died and was reborn. He did not just drink from the well of Mimir, he became one with the world tree itself, attaining an understanding of the ancient runes that even Odin dared not dream of. Rune King Thor also demonstrated the ability to manipulate reality to an astonishing degree. He can restructure matter, bend space and time, and even rewrite fate itself. When confronting Loki, who had caused the final Ragnarok rune, King Thor did not just defeat his brother. He completely erased Loki's influence from the timeline. Rune King Thor is his connection to the world tree Yggdrasil itself. Yggdrasil is not just a tree, it is the axis of all reality, connecting every dimension, every timeline, and every reality in the Marvel multiverse. By becoming one with Yggdrasil, Rune King Thor gained access to all the knowledge and power of the fundamental structure of the universe itself. He can see everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen in every reality. He can travel anywhere in the multiverse with just a thought, and he can manipulate the very strands of fate that connect every living being. Rune King Thor is nearly invulnerable. In this state, he is no longer a physical being in the conventional sense. His body has been reborn through death, purified by the energy of Yggdrasil itself. He can exist everywhere and everyone at once. His consciousness spread across the entirety of reality. Rune King Thor recreated all of Asgard after Ragnarok. Not just rebuilding the buildings, he recreated the entire population of Asgard, those who died in Ragnarok, returning them to life. He restructured the entire kingdom, not as it once was, but as it should be, an Asgard liberated from fate, free to flourish without being bound by the loop of destiny. Rune King Thor is truly one of the most powerful entities ever to exist in the Marvel Universe, a god who transcended fate itself, defeated the manipulators of destiny, and attained wisdom and power far beyond all limits of the Asgardian gods. From becoming one with Yggdrasil, defeating those who sit above in shadow, to recreating the entire Asgardian civilization, Rune King Thor has proven that he is no longer merely the thunder god. The confrontation. In terms of pure destructive power, aging King Thanos possesses extremely impressive feats. He destroyed death, an abstract entity representing the very concept of endings. He defeated Galactus and turned the Devourer of Worlds into his weapon. He chained eternity and captured infinity. These feats prove that the destructive power of aging King Thanos can affect even the abstract entities representing the fundamental concepts of the universe. However, Rune King Thor defeated those who sit above in shadow entities existing beyond ordinary reality, beings who had manipulated the fate of the gods since the dawn of time. These are entities that even Odin with the full Odin force could not reach. The fact that Rune King Thor could access and defeat them shows that his power operates on a higher level of reality than what aging King Thanos has demonstrated. In terms of raw energy, aging King Thor has the advantage in physical strength and cosmic energy accumulated over millions of years. But Rune King Thor has the advantage in divine power and ancient magic energy sources that operate according to completely different laws and can transcend wisdom. Aging King Thanos possesses the intellect of a strategist who conquered the entire universe. He planned and executed the downfall of every civilization, calculating every variable over millions of years. His intellect is that of a conqueror, sharp, pragmatic, and ruthless. But Rune King Thor possesses the wisdom of the universe itself. By becoming one with Yggdrasil, Thor attained absolute understanding of everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen in the entire multiverse. He does not need to calculate or predict, he simply knows. He sees every strand of fate, every possibility, every potential outcome. While aging King Thanos must think and plan, Rune King Thor already has the answer to every question. Aging King Thanos used the Infinity Gauntlet to restructure reality according to his will. With the power of all 6 Infinity Stones, he can change every aspect of the universe: time, space, mind, soul, power, and reality. This is nearly omnipotent power within the scope of his universe. However, Rune King Thor has demonstrated the ability to manipulate reality on a different level. He severed the Ragnarok cycle, a cycle of fate established since the dawn of the universe. He recreated the entire population of Asgard from the dead. He rewrote the fate of an entire civilization. These feats show that Rune King Thor's ability to manipulate reality does not stop at altering matter or energy, but also includes changing the fundamental laws of destiny and fate themselves. An important point: the Infinity Gauntlet, although extremely powerful, is still a tool. It can be lost, destroyed, or neutralized. The power of Rune King Thor, on the contrary, is part of his very being. Aging King Thanos has proven extraordinary survival capabilities. He survived for millions of years, endured countless battles, and even destroyed death herself to become immortal. At the peak of his power, he is nearly impossible to destroy through conventional means. However, Rune King Thor exists on a completely different level. He died and was reborn. He became one with Yggdrasil, the axis of all reality. His consciousness is spread across the multiverse. Destroying Rune King Thor would require destroying the world tree itself, a task equivalent to destroying all of reality. And even if one could do that, there is no guarantee that Thor would not simply be reborn once again, as he did before. Aging King Thanos, although extraordinarily powerful, has clear weaknesses. His power depends partly on external tools and energy sources, especially the Infinity Gauntlet. Although he himself is extremely powerful, the peak of his power comes from using the Infinity Stones. If Rune King Thor could neutralize or separate him from the Gauntlet, his power would be significantly diminished. Another weakness of aging King Thanos is his psychology. Despite having lived for millions of years, he is still driven by emotional motives, love for death, pride, and a craving for acknowledgement. These psychological weaknesses could be exploited by an opponent with the ability to see through the heart, like Rune King Thor. After thorough analysis, we can see that this is a confrontation between two of the most powerful entities ever to exist. Aging King Thanos is the ultimate conqueror, a titan who annihilated every hero, every god, and every cosmic entity in his reality. Rune King Thor is the supreme god, an Asgardian who transcended fate itself, defeated the manipulators of destiny. In a direct confrontation of destructive power, aging King Thanos can inflict terrible damage. He destroyed death, defeated Galactus, and chained eternity. His power, especially when amplified by the Infinity Gauntlet, can destroy and restructure reality according to his will. But Rune King Thor operates on a completely different level. He is not just powerful, he has attained absolute understanding of how the universe works. He can see every strand of fate, every possible outcome, every weakness in his opponent's strategy. While aging King Thanos fights with the strength of a conqueror, Rune King Thor fights with the wisdom of a god who has become one with creation itself. Aging King Thanos, although having achieved nearly infinite power, still exists within the framework of reality. He can manipulate reality, but he is still a part of it. Rune King Thor has transcended that framework. He is no longer a being within reality. He is part of the fundamental structure of reality itself. He can see and manipulate the very strands of fate that aging King Thanos, with all his power, is still bound by. This means that Rune King Thor has the ability to foresee every action of aging King Thanos before he can execute them. He can see every strategy, every attack, every contingency plan, and he can prepare to counter them all. In a battle at this level, knowing every action of the opponent in advance is an almost insurmountable advantage. Moreover, Rune King Thor has defeated those who sit above in shadow entities that exist beyond ordinary reality and manipulate the fate of gods. These entities, by their very nature, are similar to what aging King Thanos has become manipulators of reality from a higher position. The fact that Rune King Thor could defeat them shows that he has the ability to deal with the very type of threat that aging King Thanos represents. Aging King Thanos could attempt to use the Infinity Gauntlet to erase Rune King Thor from reality. But Rune King Thor has proven that he exists beyond ordinary reality. He is part of Yggdrasil, the axis of the entire multiverse. Trying to erase him from reality would be like trying to erase reality itself, a paradox that even the Infinity Gauntlet could not resolve. And even if aging King Thanos could somehow destroy the physical body of Rune King Thor, Thor has died and been reborn before. He has proven that death is not an end for him, it is merely a transition. Meanwhile, aging King Thanos, although having destroyed death, can still be defeated. He is not invincible, he is merely extremely difficult to defeat. Rune King Thor wins this battle. Rune King Thor does not just defeat aging King Thanos, he will prove that there are levels of power that even the conqueror of the universe cannot reach. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you all very much.